Hello, welcome back to the stream. It is Monday evening. We're going to be playing some Factorio. I hope you've all had a good time at MFF or FTR or whatever you were doing this weekend. Oh, it's The end of the year is always a time, isn't it? We have to be thinking about when we're going to go visit family and what we're going to get for all of our friends. It was a very important time for us to come together, I think. But anyways, enough of that. So today we're going to be going to Fulgora, the scrap planet. Let me go ahead and get started. I did a fair amount of testing of the audio levels, so I hopefully this will work pretty well. I'm kind of sitting at a medium distance away from the mic, and it's got a pretty good gain. I've found that if I come right up against the mic, my ping tuber stops working for some reason. I don't really know what's going on there. But I was at a kind of family holiday getaway for a weekend with 22 other baby furs. And it was quite a lot of fun, to be real. I skipped the bingo, but we played some Mario Kart, some Call of Duty, and like stuff like that. I made curry for everybody. That was nice. Everyone seemed to like it. And lots of pamp changes. So let's see. We've got some more coal is being emptied. I've also turned down the music on Factorio, and I've turned up the sound effects. So that should be mixed a little bit better. You can hear when things are being stamped down, as opposed to just being completely washed out by the music. There's something that I want to do here. I want to add a few more accumulators, just to have a nice bank. And then I want this to be wired there. So this will enable when power is greater than 90, or if power is greater than 20. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I want it like that. I want it if power is greater than 80, or we've got green circuit. Yeah, I want these two together. If power is greater than 20, and we're sending the green signal. Or if power is greater than 90, then we're going to send the green signal. And we're going to loop this back on itself. So that is reading the red and the greens. And then this controls that. You really mean to tell me that I'm not creating decider circuit or decider combinators? Let's just make that. Let's make that. Okay, we got elevator rails. There we go. We're going to enable this if that is greater than 0. And disconnect this from the mains. to disconnect that. Okay, good. That is now above 90%, so good, 100. And if I just, like, did that... Okay. And that kicks on. Good. Now, if I interrupt power here, then this will continue to drain until it reaches 20. And then it shuts off. And then it turns back on when it goes above 90. Good, so that's all working properly. Let's also get rid of some trees and rocks. Just all over this area, just give the bots something to do. Oh, we got more sulfur vents if we need them. Good to know. Yeah, these are still outputting at a good rate. We're still, like, full up on sulfuric acid. Yeah, so that's fine. Just clear all of this crap out. Let's look at our space platform. What are we missing? We need some more of that stuff. Working on low density structure productivity. Metallurgic science is kind of at premium right now. So I'll let that go until that completes, and then it's just going to be steel and mining productivity. Because I'm seriously running low on tungsten. Like, I'm gonna have to kill this worm and tap the rest of this patch, and then later on tap that one as well. But for now, I'm just going to leave this be and head off to Fulgora. We are still making refined concrete, so I could go a step further and tile the place in concrete. Or I can just do that much for now. Hey, how's it going? Captain Kraken. It's going pretty well, and yeah, this is Factorio. It is not Dwarf Fortress, although I've never played it, but I do know that Dwarf Fortress is a very funny game. Just looking at some of the emergent behavior. For example, the fact that what is it? Like, dwarves in a tavern will throw their mugs of ale on the floor, and this creates like a puddle of alcohol on the floor, which the cats will step in, and because there's now like liquid on their paws, they will lick their paws to clean themselves up, and consume a certain quantity of alcohol, and thus give themselves alcohol poisoning. So you just end up with not the cats getting drunk. Yeah, it's so friggin' good. It's I love systems like that where like you play NetHack and you polymorph yourself into a basilisk, lay eggs, and then wear gloves to pick up the eggs and hurl them at enemies and instantly petrify them. Like that shit is so fucking funny. Anyways, so if you've never seen Factorio, this is a game where you mine resources out of the ground, you put them on belts, and you make your little factory. So these furnaces are making copper plates. These are making iron plates. Iron plates can go back into the furnaces to make steel plates. They're making electric circuits. They're making a wide variety of stuff that is useful for managing your factory, like inserters, turrets, ammunition, repair packs, power poles. And then you make advanced materials and start researching like science packs to get more of the tech tree unlocked. The interesting thing about this game is you crash land on novice at first, and as your miners generate pollution, it'll kind of create this pollution cloud that spreads gradually. And if they go into these biter nests, these insect nests, they begin to spawn little critters, which gradually become bigger critters. And they don't like the pollution, so they'll like create an army and send them all to like F up your base. So I've got this like ring of laser turrets just managing their spread. But I don't really like being on novice just because I don't like having to deal with these biters. So my very first priority was making a space platform and blasting off to Vulcanus, the lava planet, where not only are there no enemies to mess with you, the enemies that are here have very defined territories that they don't stray out of. Let me see if I can see one. There's none in radar range right now, but they're basically like dune like worms. But anyways, they don't stray out of their territory, and also you get like infinite copper and iron directly out of the lava pools. You kind of feed them into these highly advanced foundries, and they make molten iron and molten copper at a very strong rate. They also make stone as a byproduct, so you kind of have to manage that. I don't like these things being on constantly and just spewing out waste products if I'm not using them. So basically, if I have like more than 23,000 molten copper, then the copper foundries will turn off. And same deal for iron. And if I need more stone, like stone is useful for stone brick and concrete and rails. So like if I need more stone for whatever reason, then I have these pumps here to dump excess molten iron and just dump them right back into the lava. So I've got a dump for the iron and I've got a dump for the stone. Whichever one is in more demand will be kept. So that's kind of why I like doing my massive production on Vulcanus. There's just fewer resources to worry about. So I've got all of my science set up here. The only issue that I have right now is the advanced materials, like advanced circuits, require a lot of plastic, which requires a lot of petroleum, which requires a lot of coal. And coal is kind of a precious resource here. It doesn't spawn very much. And I'm like very quickly mining these starting patches dry. So, what I'm going to do is go to the third planet, Fulgora, and unlock an electromagnetic plant, which will make these advanced circuits at additional productivity. You'll get an extra plus 50% materials just from using a more advanced machine. So that's where I'm at. I've been doing this this base for about 3 months, just like 2.5 hours a week. I've actually this is actually my third attempt to beat Space Age. My problem with this game is I tend to like get absolutely utterly crazy with like the scale of my designs. So like this is what my Fulgora base used to look like. Like you start by like mining scrap and sending it through these recyclers and creating these we call them sushi belts because they've just kind of got everything on them. And then you pull stuff off of the belt as you need them, right? But I decided at some point that I was going to scale this up and I was going to make my main production on Fulgora and like send everything via Rails. So I made this absolutely ginormous sorting machine that sorts the scrap into their own trains. And once I got this up and running, I burned out instantly. And I was like, F this. This is not working. I've made like a battery factory here that I'm basically never going to use. So that's how my second run ended. But the hope is that if I take this like a little bit slower and more methodically, then, you know, maybe it'll be easier to manage and I'll actually make it to the end. And I think that's worked better for my brain. But anyways, so I just need to get a little bit more stuff loaded onto my space platform. Now, why isn't this working? Well, actually, yeah, this is all good. I need more construction robots, it looks like. I know why that's a problem. It's because I'm inserting them directly into here. Okay, so let's change this up. We'll make a passive provider chest, and we'll limit this to, let's say, enable if this is less than 200. And we'll do the same for logistic robots. Okay, good. And let's throw some speed modules on these so that they produce a little bit faster. And my little swarm of logistic robots are just like feeding materials into the assembling machines on demand. Ah, another shipment of materials is going up to the space platform. And the next rocket is ready to go. And if we go back up to the Cutlass, we can see the space pod coming in. Alright, we got a very good amount of asteroids. Am I jettisoning them? Yes, I am. Okay. This is making sure that there's no more than 100 of each asteroid type on the belt. And it's not getting clogged. Okay, that's important. But, am I getting both kinds of fuel? Yes, I am. Good. This has had a few kills. This has had a few kills. This has had a few kills. Okay. So, I just need a few more shipments of stuff, and then I'll be ready to blast off the Fulgora. Rocket capacity 50. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of all of my stuff. I guess the easiest way is just to make an active provider chest. Or I'll just dump them directly into the storage chest here. Which I might need more of. There we go. Is there anything that I want to keep on hand? Well, that's a moot point. You can't actually get onto the space platform if you're carrying anything, including ammo. So, lightening my load. Alright, that's going to space. I need to check something. Does this have logistic bots? Yes, it does. I've got roboports. Good. Turbo transport belts. Some poles. I need some accumulators. Let's request some accumulators. 50 ought to do. Import from Vulcanus. You know what? I think that's good. So we're... Oh, it's just, wait. Huh? Wait, what just happened? Alright, up we go. Did I actually get my... I did not get the storage chests. What's going on here? No, they're here. I guess I took precedence over the cargo. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's enough. Let's disable requests. Trash. Good. Once this comes in, then we can blast off. Right, so these asteroid collectors are grabbing asteroid chunks. Metallic asteroids generates iron ore. Carbonic asteroids are good for carbon, which goes into chemical plants to make thruster fuel. Iron ore is also used for thruster oxidizer, and oxide chunks contain ice, which can be melted into water that goes into the thruster fuel. And any excess iron ore gets melted down into molten iron, creates iron plates, which creates ammo clips, which are then used to tear apart the asteroid chunks. The asteroids, rather. Okay. 100 construction bots, 10 accumulators. That's more than enough. Let's go. We are going to Fulgora. Okay, these have already consumed all of their fuel. So these are now making fuel on demand. The gun turrets are chewing up any asteroids in our path. We were traveling at, I think, 190 kilometers per second, but now it seems we're evening out at about 157, 150, yeah, 157, roughly. And it looks like we are not suffering for ammo production. Basically, oh, wait, where are we going? Oh, we had to make a pit stop at Novice. I forgot. There's no direct route from Fulgens to Fulgora. So we're actually making 2 legs of the journey. And yes, we are capping out at about 135 kilometers per second. These two are going as fast as they can. And we're at about, it looks like, 15%. 15%. That's pretty efficient. The less fuel you actually put in the engines, the more efficient they run. If it's at 100%, they burn a lot to go really fast. But that's a nice little way to balance it out. But anyways, we are very close to Fulgora. Alright, we've stopped. Now, solar power in Fulgora is very, very limited. If I recall, it's about 10% what it is on Novice. Solar power in atmosphere, 20%. Solar power in space, 120%. Compared to Novice, which is 300%. So it's almost 1/3 the typical power, which means yes, we are struggling. Now, the good thing is that the gun turrets do not require power to run. They will simply go. So, the platform itself is not in any danger as long as we are slowly replenishing our ammo clips, which it looks like we are. Okay, so I'll keep an eye on that level. But anyways, let's go down to Fulgora. And we just happened to have landed right next to a lightning attractor during a lightning storm. So let's just wait this out for a little bit. Right. We got some scrap. Can we process the scrap? We've also got some new recipes while I was thinking. Right, let's look for a decently sized island. So the idea behind Fulgora is there's these ancient structures from a civilization that's long gone. And by mining them, you'll get scrap and you'll get some basic materials. And when you process the scrap, you'll get a certain ratio of processing units, concrete, solid fuel, steel, stone, you know, all kinds of goodies. And because you're getting like end products instead of base materials, if you approach Fulgora with the same philosophy as other planets, you're gonna have a bad time. Because your production lines are gonna clog instantly. So, as soon as I mine the correct thing, which it's not... I mean, here's a colossal ruin. Let's just go ahead and get this as well. This is a nice-sized island. This might be one that I use. But let's keep exploring. Also, it would be nice to have a cargo landing pad, which requires concrete and processing units. Okay. There it is. Fulgoran Vault Ruin. That's what I was looking for. Good. Now I've unlocked recycling, and here's a scrap mining area, which is an inconvenient location. There's scrap deposits basically everywhere. I want to have a scrap deposit like on a nicely sized island. If I can't have that, then I might have to set up trains. But we're going to do a little bit more exploring. But anyways, we can now recycle scrap by hand. And you can see my inventory is gradually filling up with random crap. Mostly gear wheels. So, not that, but potentially also... Oh. I left all my exoskeletons behind, dang it. That's not useful. Also, the solar power in the atmosphere is very, very limited, so I'm basically getting... nothing out of my exoskeletons. It's a pretty small island here, but I could make this work. $206K. Now let's loop around to where I came in. Oil Ocean is very inconvenient to trudge through. Yeah, the music in this game is absolutely peak. Ouch! Thank you for the follow. So, a little bit about me. I'm not what you would call a variety streamer. I play Factorio on Mondays. This scared the shit out of me. Yeah, and Tuesdays I usually play Sonic games. And what you heard there was actually the score tally sound effect from Sonic 2. So tomorrow I'm going to be playing Shadow Generations. I played through Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, Sonic Generations, and Sonic Forces, just to see everything that Shadow has been in, because those are all games that I kind of skipped when I was growing up. But I wanted to get more familiar with the guy before I like went on to play his his nostalgia / compilation game. And I think it was worth doing, because Shadow's story is actually more fascinating than I expected it to be. So tomorrow, finally, I'll be able to get around to Shadow Generations. I also recently picked up a new streaming microphone. This is a Quadcast S. I had a bit of a hiccup last Thursday when I streamed Echo, Defender of the Future. Thursday is my variety stream. I just kind of play random games that strike my fancy, or stuff from my childhood, and stuff like that. But I did a lot of testing, and I think these audio levels are working pretty well. Please let me know if you have detected anything strange with, like, maybe the music's too loud, or I'm too loud. Hey, Pocket Wolf, it is going pretty well. I just got back from Wales. We were at a family holiday sort of camping trip. Not camping. It's like a caravan. Again, I wouldn't call it a theme park. If you're from the UK, then you would know kind of what I'm talking about. They're apparently quite keen on these like holiday getaways with like live entertainment. There was really adorable, like oh my god, I'm gonna die if I don't find shelter. Can I Can I make a lightning pole like now? How do I make a lightning pole? Stone brick, stone brick. Uh, I need to put down a furnace. I need to put stone in. I need to yeah, Jet 2 holiday. Ah, ah, gimme, 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 gimme. Sorry, I'm kind of panicking because these this lightning is frightening me a bit. There. Now I'm safe. But yeah, a total of 23 baby first signed up for this, and me and Kaylee went down, and it was quite nice. Um, we watched Zootopia 2, which here is called Zootropolis, and it was a lot more fun than I expected it to be. Um, and then on Sunday we took an hour trip to a nearby Welsh city, Welsh town, with which is very famous for having the longest town name in the world. And if I can remember how to pronounce it properly, it's called Lanfar Pil Gwingil Gogoru Gogoru Quandrabl Landasilio Gogogok. That's the full name. Lanfar Pil Gingil Gogoru Quandrabl Landasilio Gogogok. Which roughly translates to St. Mary's Church by the white hazel trees near the rapid tide pool of St. Cilio's Church. So that's your bit of Welsh history for today. Oh. Alright, so now I'm on the big island, and there's like no scrap deposits on the island itself, which is kind of annoying. A dirty Grinch? What is a dirty Grinch? All I can think of is Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers going, "I'm from Whoville, and I say kill the Grinch." Alright, I've got a little bit more scrap. Let's go ahead and process that. Splut, 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 splut. Alright, low density structure productivity 2 researched. I'm running low on tungsten ore back on Vulcanus, so I'm not doing any more metallurgic science until I've expanded. And I'm not expanding Vulcanus further until I have electromagnetic plants. And again, there's not really mining deposits there. There's like there's that there, but I just need like a decently sized island with a scrap deposit on it. Is that too much to ask? I'm thinking that like I think I'm on the last part of Grapple Dog, so I'm probably gonna play that on Thursday. This oh, it's perfect. We got some scrap deposits in. We got a nice sized island to work with. Okay, so let's set up operations here. Oh, there's scrap all over the place here. Sour green apple single packet mixed with Sprite and cold foam and a cherry. That sounds incredible. Making me thirsty. Okay. So, let's see. I'll make my one recycler. What do I need to make a cargo landing pad? I need a little bit more scrap. Can I make a mining drill? No, I can't. But I've got a lightning rod. Can I make an accumulator? No. Can I make a power pole? Yes, I can. What do I need? I need some electric circuits. So let's recycle some advanced circuits here. I need iron plate. God, this is annoying. I really regret not dropping my stuff like as soon as I landed. What am I doing? I'm being a bit of a stooge right now. I just need like a single accumulator. So I can recycle some gear wheels, and this is going to require another lightning storm, isn't it? Can't even make solar panels. Yeah. Okay. Let's be a bit smart. I will drop accumulators. Huh. I did not bring any raw materials with me. Okay, but where is it dropping? Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? I don't even know where I landed. Ah! Alright, fine. I'm just gonna leave that there. And I will go back on foot and pick my shit up. No. No, that doesn't... I guess... Maybe? Maybe? Does it make sense? It's like a pretty long way. No. I think it makes more sense to hunker down and just like build a starter base here. No, I didn't restart per se. I just I've just landed on Fulgora, and despite my careful planning, I'm still making some critical mistakes. So like I've got my my space platform here that ferries me from place to place, and I've got a bunch of goodies here. But to actually like get it, I need oh jeez, yeah, I need like, there we go, accumulators. That's what I need. Give me an accumulator. All I need is one, and then we can get started. Good. Hey, Shroomy Goblin. Right, good. We're gradually starting. More accumulators. Give me some more iron plates. Good. More lightning rods. And I need more concrete badly. Now, concrete is a byproduct of scrap. Oops. Let's just process all the scrap that we have to hand. 6% of the time, it will make concrete. Automate everything. Yeah. Well. I do need to set up my my channel point redeems at some point. It's something that I've said that I would do for a long time, and I just haven't found the time for it. But passy time is definitely going to be one of those. Build some explosives. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. So, where are we at? Still need, like, 150 concrete. But in the meantime, I can make some electric mining drills. And a few transport belts. So we can now properly get started on this. And just get a little bit more lightning to our accumulators. Let's make some more accumulators. Oh, batteries are also a byproduct of scrap. That's good to know. I need another recycler. Or I can just take this one. And I need a fast inserter. Good. And this will just process scrap infinitely. Now, what else can I do while this is going? Because I can't really make progress on like the base until I have my cargo landing pad. And then I can pull all of my stuff from space. But in the meantime, stone bricks, let's make some more. Let's make some more stone brick so I can make some more lightning rods. Substations, I mean, I am creating a lot of advanced circuits, so maybe that's an idea. Increase my lightning coverage a little bit. I'm gonna have to tear up these ancient lightning rods because they're getting in my way now. stealing my thunder, literally. Okay, that should be enough power to get us really started. Still need a lot more concrete, but we're getting there. We can start a production line, I suppose. Let's see, where should we go? Yeah, okay, so we'll have our recyclers over here. So, scrap will come up here. And I'll move this stuff further to the right later, but for now I just want something that's a little bit more scalable. I need more... I just need more everything, honestly. That's not useful. Steel plate doesn't recycle into anything. Iron sticks, copper plates, yeah. This is not precisely how I wanted this stream to go. I really wanted to get, like, started right away instead of having to futz around with a starter base. But what can you do? Make a few more mining drills. Is it time to make electric furnaces? I can make a single chemical plant to get water up, which means I'll need some pipes as well. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. And I need more inserters badly. What am I low on? No, it's not furnaces I need. I just need, like, an assembly machine, don't I? Which means I need more green chips. And iron plates, apparently. This cannot make concrete. I need a assembling machine 2 for that. This can make concrete. This requires iron ore. Do I even have iron ore on this planet? Alright, well, screw that. I'm just going to make tons of concrete via scrap recycling. Get wrecked, I suppose. But how are we doing on concrete? We still need like 100 more concrete. Alright, let's scale. Alright, I'm gonna see, how do I make this? Concrete, stone brick, water, iron ore. Can I get iron ore anywhere here? Recycling from iron ore, that's not helpful. Concrete from molten iron. I don't have my foundries on me. Recycling from concrete, also not helpful. Okay, so there's no other way to get concrete except via scrap recycling. So be it. Let's go ahead and make our line. I need more accumulators. Let's just make some more iron stuff. Good. Good, 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 good. We're gradually making our way through the tech tree. And we're getting there on concrete. Can I make more recyclers? Yes, I can. It's requiring precious processing units, but hey, the need is great. And actually, this was a bad idea. I'm just going to put this back in chests for now. Process all of our scrap. 2 more chests. We got those, we got those. Am I making something that that requires concrete? Oh, it's the recyclers take like 20 concrete each. Oh. So I'm just kind of shooting myself in the foot there. Anyways, next lightning storm is imminent. Is there another tractor? Yeah, there it is. Okay, good. Let's put this in both belts. We're getting there on concrete. It's slow, but it'll happen someday. Still running low on iron, so let's get some more made out of gear wheels. $50 concrete left to go. We're so close. We're so close, guys. Just get as much lightning coverage as possible, so I can just get a little bit more power eked out of the out of this island. Hey, Big Bear Gaming, I'm doing pretty all right. We are on Fulgora, the planet that was once home to an ancient civilization, and they've left behind these ruins with scrap. The idea behind this island, this planet, is you recycle the scrap, and you'll get processing units. You'll get like advanced materials out of that at some ratio, like a whole pile of stuff. So once I have a good amount of this to work with, I can pull my stuff from space and start work on the actual base. I just came back from a trip to Wales. Some baby furs went down there for just a kind of family holiday getaway, and it was a lot of fun. Very relaxing. I've been working really, really hard the last few weeks, so I definitely needed the break. And just being away from my computer for a little while, you know, sometimes you just need to decompress and read a book. Aha! Cargo landing pad. Let's go! Alright, now, what am I gonna do? First, let's, make a new deconstruction planner. That's not what I want. I mean, I guess what I want to do is whitelist or blacklist poles and lightning rods, and then I could use this to mark all of that for deletion. There we go. Where is it? Here's our cargo landing pad. We plop this down. And now we're going to drop all of our stuff. Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme. Alright. Bots are online. Gimme RoboPort. We're gonna put 50 construction bots here. All of our logistic bots. Good. I need some storage space. Maybe not there. How about we put the storage boxes here? Well... yeah, we'll put them here. I forgot to bring clip explosives. Oh well. Alright, good. That's all I needed. I just needed to bring, like, my stuff from space. And now we can properly get started. This music is quite intense. Alright, let's delete these. And we're going to replace these with big mining drills. Woof woof. Woof woof. Stop, you're gonna scare the babies. What am I even doing? This is overcomplicating it. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? She just wants to pet the dog. Alright, we got our turbo transport belts. And we don't need these to be bulk inserters just yet, but that's fine. And I'm out of space, suddenly. Okay. Let's tear that up. Tear that up. I'm gonna run these all the way over here, and we're gonna do our scrap mining setup something like this. Blah. Let's do this in remote view, because this is much better for actually planning things out. Right, so if that comes down, I want my recyclers to pull from there, right? Because the other thing is I want a trash line. So maybe I should do something like this instead. So this can be my trash line. Let's just move our accumulators over. And I should go ahead and put down these so I can start making accumulators. I'm not a baby. What gave you that idea? But I'm doing all right. Just trying like heck to get my to get Fulgora properly set up. You know how it is. I'm definitely overthinking this a lot. Let's just get started right here. I've got my trash line. we're just going to have a line of recyclers here and here. And we can actually do it like that instead. So we're going to do input priority left so that it takes from the trash line first. There we go. There. Like that. Good. Then on the other side. Just like that. Good. Let's see. Now, to make the most use of this island space, I think I should just cut it right through the middle. And have modules on in this space and in the bottom space. So here I can have my mall, for example. Which I can actually do something like this. Well, no, I'm gonna keep it modular. So I gotta leave space for beacons. I want beacons to go that way, so I can go up like that. And then back down. Trust me, this will all make sense soon. Right. Passive provider chests. And inserters, which I have a pile of. So let's make use of those. Okay, so this will pull iron plates. And we're going to capture up to that many. This one, copper plates. This one, steel plates. This one, plastic bar. Do I use plastic bar for anything? Low density structures, I think, are made with scrap, so no. Tesla ammo, cannon shells. I think I can skip plastic bars. Batteries, yes. Okay, so I'm getting batteries. I need not carbon, not explosives. I need electric circuits. I need red circuits. I need blue circuits. I'm gonna need... I am gonna need low density structures, so let's capture those. Solid fuel, no, I'm gonna process those directly. I am gonna need concrete. I'm gonna need stone brick. What else do I need? I don't think I'm gonna need stone for anything in particular. Ice, no. Copper wire? Where's copper wire? There, yes. Copper wire. Iron stick. Gear wheels. And... what else? What else? What else? What else? I think that's everything. Okay. Alright, let's turn on scrap. There we go. Input priority left. Ah. Alright, we've got scrap coming in. We're gonna run it all the way through here. And we're going to run it all the way back up to here, where it then becomes the trash line. Now, how come we're struggling on power here? It's because these are not connected. There we go. That's better. Now we can turn on logistics, I think. And we've run out of power again. Let's help the bots out a little bit. They seem to be getting stuck on harvesting all of the vault ruins. So that's another lesson learned. Don't have your bots clean up the entire island until you're ready and have a strong source of power. Alright, but we've got stuff. Some stuff is making it to the end, where it will be reprocessed. Eventually. Should really be capturing holmium ore. This is a precious resource. Give me raw materials. Okay, good. Do I have a thing for concrete? I need 100. Well, I guess now... Okay, I've got plenty of stone brick. Let's make some more lightning rods. Let's make some more power poles. And let's get this island properly covered. Alright, looking pretty good. And this is going to request stuff needed for that. Which, let's just go ahead and help that out. And let's make, well, yeah, we can make our mall here. Oh, we got full lightning coverage. That's good. And the bots have basically finished their job, which means they're not going to consume quite so much power anymore. So So what I want is just a pile of these with substations like that. There. Just give me a substation farm. Like that. Like that. And then we can remove these. Where did my bots go? I only have 10. That explains things. Alright. So now I can remove this power and that power. Can remove this power. Just take all my accumulators. And these will all kick online gradually. Alright, good. So every time there's a lightning storm, they should rapidly charge up. But we still need to do some work before that will actually come to fruition. Anyways. So, as mentioned, these are gradually filling up. It looks like iron sticks are not actually going to be made. And we're not getting processing units for some reason. Is it because we're not connected? We're certainly connected. Just have to wait for another lightning storm, I guess. Okay, now it is time to make a basic wall. Make inserters. Make long-handed inserters. And let's say 50 of those. Fast inserters, 50 of these. And bulk inserters. Make 50 of these. I want medium poles. I want big poles. Probably not too many of those, but always good to have. And I want substations. Pipes. Pipe to ground. Let's make 10. Not going to need too many pipes, I don't think. Pumps, good to have. And if I'm making pumps, then I need engine units. What else? We're going to be importing our other materials, I think. We can have some of those. Some of these. Some of these. Some of these. And some of these. And roboports. We're also going to need some logistic bots. And some construction bots. Let's flip these so that I can insert them if I need. Is going to read robot statistics. And we're going to, let's see, total logistic bots 200, total construction bots 50. Let's enable if T is less than 100. Enable this if Z is less than 200. It should stay off because there's already 200 Logibots. Oh, that's a Y signal, and T for construction. Okay, good. I'm just coming, hoover all of this stuff up. Oh, this is also going to need, like here. Assembling machine 3s, assembling machine 2, and assembling machine 1. Oh, I need decider combinators, of all things. No, arithmetic combinators. So let's make some of those as well. Alright, I need more recyclers badly. The factory must grow. The story of the very hungry factory. Oh, I also need to be making recyclers, because why not? Recyclers, lightning rods, beacons, electric furnaces, not mining drills. I don't really need offshore pumps. I'm making pumps already. We may as well move the accumulator farm down here. Repair packs, never a bad idea. Chemical plants. I don't need oil refineries. I don't need labs. Electric engine units. Oh, I can't do that unless I have lubricant. Oh. And I think there's one issue. I need to upgrade all of these to freeze. And I'm not making speed modules either. That's also an issue. Do. So, speed modules come in here. Oh my god, we're so low on electric circuits. Like, that's an actual problem. This is not the design I wanted, but it'll have to do for now. All right, good. So now we're going to capture all of those. And processing units too, because why not? But we don't want too many processing units. Got distracted by things. That's fair. Entirely fair. I am being distracted by the factory. Alright, more recyclers. And I still don't know where all of my robots have effed off to. It's kind of disconcerting. Like, they're right here, but I'm not... Oh, the problem is I'm getting, like, 0 solar energy. That explains it. So maybe after I get this basic setup, I should make a pit stop over at Novice and make a portable fission reactor. Turn down the amount of steel I'm requesting. That's fine, that's fine. No Logibots. Process all my scrap. Let's just plop this down again for good measure. Alright, now we are sort of being rate limited on recyclers. Oh, the pig tuber is I'm a house cat, actually. Just a regular two-tone house cat. Boom, boom. More fast inserters. And goodness gracious, we are still, like, in desperate need of everything. Now, there are some optimizations I can do on the trash end here. For example, oh, and it looks like we're doing quite well on accumulators now, so how about we... Well, these are just batteries, so that can stay where it is. Right, so I'm going to pull all of the ice off here. Chemical plants. We're going to melt the ice. Right. So that makes water. And let's see. I wonder if there's a quick way to avoid the ice. I don't think there really is. Ice recycling, ice melting. No. No, I think we just have to deal with it like this. That actually didn't change anything. Oh well. But we're getting backed up on solid fuel, of all things. Maybe I could chuck that into furnaces? I don't really have boilers. Oh, I can use boilers. That's also not really that efficient. I'll just clear the belt out for now. Process some more scrap. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, well, thank you. Um, I'll be honest, I spent a lot of time drawing this pink tuber model. Um, I could have gotten it commissioned, but something told me that I was going to be really fussy about getting it just right, and I'm glad that I did because I'm very happy with like how I expressed myself. It was ultimately a good decision. I've got 37 more assembly machines. I still need like so many inserters. But my Logibots are doing fine. Accumulators are accumulating. We're... Wait, what? Oh. Oh, that's a problem. Hmm. Right, I want that. I want it to favor going to that side, not half and half. Right, accumulators are good. They are nominal. Okay. Storage chest, requester chest, and one more. I'm running very, very low on my starting materials, so this is gonna have to kick on sooner rather than later. Please. I also need something that's making steel chests. A few more storage chests, a few more requester chests. Good. Just chuck those there. Chuck these here. One there. Good. Have this request all of the spare scrap. Goodness gracious. What about custom inlays? Are you gonna, like, are you just here to advertise? A big diamond in orbit? What are you talking about? Like, I currently have a space platform in orbit, and which was a good reminder, actually. I have to make sure that this is doing fine. Looks like I'm all full up on ammo, so no worries here. Strat tails? Not making sense, dude. I need more inserters. Hey, Busy, how's it going? I am on Fulgora now, and I've got a column of recyclers. It is sort of working, but I've got a massive shortage of green chips right now, which is kind of a problem because I desperately need green chips for basically everything. So I think I'm gonna have to make a green chip factory just off to the side here. But on the upside, this means that I can do a little bit in the 13 minutes that I have remaining in this stream. I can do a little bit of work on like the actual proper base idea that I had. So if the mall basically ends there, then what I can do is, let's see, I was gonna have like that, and I would have, let's start with iron plates going to the right here. Then this prioritizes going back to the right. This has a deconstruction planner so that any overflow will go back out onto the sushi belt. So this is how I'm going to extract materials, basically. Now, the next bit, I want to make sure that it's going to tell the recyclers when there's overflow. So it's going to prefer putting it out on this belt, and prefer taking from this belt. I'm going to have this reading the contents of this belt. And I think, let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, that's right. A decider combinator Okay, it reads the contents of that. This, if it receives any signal, if any of the inputs meets the condition, it will pass. It's false if there are no inputs. Right. So if it's false, no. Yes, if it is false. No. I want everything to be equal to 0. And this will output true if there are no signals. And if true, then I'm going to output a green signal. So the idea here, so this is now disabled, basically, right? It's basically saying I've got all of the iron that I could possibly want right now, so I don't need the recyclers to be on. And if I copy this widget like this, no. I needed to come up like that a little bit. Yes, like that. I can make it slightly more portable, like so. Yeah, that's a bit better. So then, if I copy this, it's still going to collide there, which is a slight problem. Can I make this taller? So like that. Like that's a bit unwieldy. That's actually really unwieldy. I don't like this. Maybe I want it like here instead. But that still runs into the same problem. If I want to use this for another input. Here's an idea. There was a recent update that allows you to connect the wire directly to a balancer. So, we're going to set this to be iron plates. Set filter? No. I'm going to set this to be iron plates. How does this work? Set input side. If iron is equal to 0. How's this gonna work? No, I want the filter to be bespoke. I want this right. But I want it to set right if iron plate is equal to 0. So it will fill this up, it'll fill this up, it'll fill this up. And then once any reaches into here, this should toggle, but it's not. Do I then need to have a decider combinator? Maybe if green is greater than 0, then we'll set iron plate. And I need this to be powered. But it's still, Right, this is it's just backing up now. If each is equal to 0, then output iron plate. Right, if iron plate is equal to 0, and now it's perfect. It's operating exactly the way I want it to now. So, is now outputting the iron plate signal here. We can just go ahead and do, if iron plate is equal to 0, then output the iron plate signal, right? And if this doesn't receive a signal, then it's going to set a 0 filter. Good. Okay. Let me think if there's a more efficient way to do this. I don't think there is, to be perfectly honest. Passy int boost. Very good. Opacity does help you focus, doesn't it? But I can also output a green signal along the green wire. Passy is very much a -int scenario. That's probably because of all the hypno you listen to. It turns your brain off, doesn't it? Right. So, as I mentioned, I want it so that if I have a brand new widget that's requesting iron plate, then I want it to be sending out the green signal to tell the recyclers to turn on. And if the recyclers are not receiving a green signal, then they'll shut off. I think that's the way I want to do this. And if this is full, then it's going to turn this splitter filter off. And to make it a little bit more compact, I can move that line there. Wonder if I can, like, do something like this. Because that looks a little bit nicer. Sick. Alright, now, problem. Why are we on 0 power? We're disconnected for some reason. No, it's just we're consuming just that much power now. I need to expand the lightning rods, I think. Capture even more lightning energy. Just getting caught on random crap. That's good enough for now. If I need more lightning, then I'll just expand even further. In the meantime, let's put down another widget. Actually, let's blueprint this widget. And we're going to change this parameter. Item. Good. And we're going to request copper wires. And quite simply, we're just going to make a few of these. Oh no, I've run out of my good belts already. I'm gonna have to go back and get a new shipment. And just a single passive provider chest. There we go. That's all we need. And we can have another one just making a few extra copper cables here. Wow. Right, so I'm actually pretty proud of this. To recap, I have... this is a pretty standard widget that I use to detect if there's overflow. So it's going to prefer putting items on this belt here, and if there is overflow, then it'll back up onto this, which is being continuously scanned. So if there are any items on here, it's going to trigger this condition. Or rather, it'll turn this off. Basically, if this belt is empty, if the overflow belt is empty, then it's going to output the iron plate signal and the green signal. Iron plate signal goes to this splitter, and it will say, hey, we need more iron plates. So it'll start grabbing some more. But where do I must have iron plates on hand. Yeah, there they are. But you can see, like, as I put iron plates onto the belt, it like turns that splitter off. So that means items will flow freely through here if this is ever backed up. And also, in addition, it'll send the green signal. So if there are any green signals, then the recyclers will turn on. And if it's not receiving any green signals, then it's not going to waste any scrap. So that's the last thing that I'm going to set up here. I've got some... Well, I don't have any. Let's make some big poles. We'll send that there. One more big pole. There. And we're going to enable this if green signal is more than 0. Just make sure those are all good. Good. And just connect all of these. I'm probably... I hope I'm not daisy chaining too much. There we go. And let's just go ahead and, because we're still setting everything up, I'm going to just have a constant combinator here, always outputting green. This is a temporary measure, but I need these guys to be working full time. I need some more accumulators. This is, it's not quite enough, is it? Oh no. They're doing more demolition. Stop. More cleanup duty. Because what I want you to do is put down some more solar farms. Accumulator farms. But it does look like these are beginning to kick on. Wait, am I really not making recyclers yet? Because I don't have enough speed modules. Oh, it's endless. It's endless. There we go. There we go. Have you made any fast inserters yet? Or are you just waiting on more electric circuits? Oh, these are now all disabled because they're waiting for more. They're waiting for these to be connected. All right, scrap is flowing once again. I'm thinking it might be worth upgrading all of these to bulk inserters. You know, once they're available, that is. Got a nice stockpile of homium ore. That's good to see. Good. This is requesting steel. Why isn't it getting steel? Because the steel is all being requested somewhere else. Okay, fair enough. But I thought I was creating... oh, here they are. Accumulators. Okay. Well, that actually looks like a pretty strong beginning. And we've got some mining productivity research while we were messing around with all that. Let's just add a few more of those. Right, so what is next in terms of metallurgic science? I need to actually start doing stuff with the holmium ore to create the electromagnetic plant. And then we will be off to the races. But we're still going to have a lot more work to do to make the most use of the scrap. There are some interesting hacks that you can do. For example, it's still creating a lot of gears and a lot of concrete and ice. I need to find a way to avoid concrete and ice so that it's not clogging up my recyclers. Or I can just leave it like this. You know, that is also a possibility. I'm also running out of power way too quickly. Like, I guess that'll resolve itself once I have extra accumulators capturing all of this lightning. Because, like, if I look at the step chart, yeah, my charge is like it's being completely drained over time is the thing. But yeah, okay. I think I could be pretty happy with my progress here. So let's save it here. And we'll come back to this next week. All right, so as I mentioned, I'm going to be playing Shadow Generations tomorrow at basically this time minus half an hour, wherever that is for you. I expect that to take 2 or 3 sessions to get through Shadow Generations. I'm going to take my time with it and probably do a bunch of the bonus stages. And on Thursday, I'm going to be playing Grapple Dog. I've already cleared 3 of the worlds, and I believe there's 4 of them. So finishing that game off as well. But that will do it for today. Let's see if we can find someone to raid out to. Let's see. Is nobody streaming right now, are they? Let's see here. No, that's interesting. I'm literally the only person on the team streaming right now. So who else do we have? I mean, part of it is because everyone's at MFF. But I can send you over to Azura Das Kanji. I don't know them at all, but we will see what they're all about. working on a changing routine and need experience. Well, good luck with that. It's helpful to have somebody in real life that you can practice on, or you can always practice on yourself. You know. As always, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.